guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, today we're doing a hashtag collaboration, hashtag cooking against cancer. Now this was put together by Shane over at Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane. I'm going to go ahead and leave his link in my description box so you guys can go ahead and check out the other collaborations under hashtag cooking against cancer. And what this is this is a cooking tribute to someone that lost their battle to cancer or is fighting cancer. And what we're doing is we're making a dish in tribute to them. So I'm going to go ahead and do my tribute to Shane's son Gaige. So one of Gaige's favorite foods was Stromboli. So here are the list of ingredients you guys are going to need for this. So for the dough, you're going to need some all-purpose flour. You're going to need a packet, which is 1/4 ounce of active dry yeast. You're going to need some extra virgin olive oil. You're going to need some salt and some sugar, and then you're going to need some hot water. So Gaige's favorite filling in a Stromboli was ham, pepperoni, and black olives. So I have some boar's head deluxe ham, some provolone cheese, pepperoni, and black olives. I also have some fresh mozzarella cheese over there, as well as some Parmesan cheese. And that's it, guys. That's all you need to make Stromboli. So let's go make this for Gaige, guys. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the Stromboli dough. So the dough is going to take about 3 hours at least to rise. So we're going to go ahead and start the dough first. What I have here is 3½ cups of all-purpose flour, or you can use 00 flour. Works the best for pizza dough, but if you can't find it, all-purpose flour works just as fine. I have 1/4 ounce packet of active dry yeast. I have 2½ teaspoons of sugar. And then I have 3 teaspoons of salt. Over here I have 1 1/3 cup of hot water. It needs to be at least 110 degrees. And then what I have here is my standing mixer with a dough attachment. And then some olive oil. And that's all you need. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to activate the yeast. So I'm going to take my hot water. Make sure you guys can see all that. I'm going to take the packet of yeast. Put that in there. Give that a little mix. And I'm also going to add our sugar because the yeast eats the sugar. Mix that around. Okay, now what this is going to do is this is going to start bubbling. So when you start seeing it bubbling, you'll start actually smelling the yeast, but it'll become like creamy and frothy. I'll of course show you what it looks like when we get there, but we're going to set this aside and work on our flour, and this is going to sit for at least 5 minutes while the yeast activates. So to your standing mixer, you're going to add your flour. You're going to add your 3 teaspoons of salt. And we're going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Straight to the flour. We're going to go ahead and start this off on low, and we're going to get this nice and incorporated. So now that's nice and incorporated, we're going to let it sit just for a minute while this activates. Again, it's 5 minutes. Okay guys, so it's been 5 minutes, and this is what I can smell it, and I can see it's all nice and bubbly and frothy. So let's see if you guys can see that. I'm not the best at zooming in on things. So that's pretty much how you want it. You see that frothing going on at top? That's what you want, okay? And like I said, I could smell the yeast. Okay, at this point, what we're going to do, we're going to turn it on low. We're going to add the yeast water to it. Make sure it gets all in there. Alright, so we're going to get this nice and incorporated, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the speed to medium. Mix it for just a couple of seconds. Then we're going to turn it back down to low, And we're going to mix this for 10 minutes until it forms a nice sticky dough ball. Alright, at this point what I'm going to do is I am going to put it on low. So I'm going to leave this on low for 10 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay guys, so I'm going to be back in 10 minutes. You guys are going to be back in a second. So it's been 10 minutes that the mixer's been mixing the dough. So all you have to do is take the dough off the attachment. See, it's perfect. It's nice sticky dough. It should come right off. Put it on the board that you're working with. And we're going to just make a nice little ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut this. Because I'm actually making 2 Strombolis. Perfect. Okay guys, so I have my dough, and then what I have here is I have 2 bowls, because we're going to need to let this dough rise, and I'm actually going to be cutting this in half. Perfect. And all you're going to do is you're going to take your dough and you're going to push it together, making a dough ball. So squeeze, push together, squeeze, push together, squeeze, push together. Take the bottom, and there you have a ball. Perfect. The next one, squeeze, push together, squeeze, push together, squeeze, push together, squeeze, push together. Twist the bottom. Another perfect ball. Alright, at this point all you're going to do is take a little bit of olive oil, put it in the bottom of your bowls. We're going to put the seam side down. Then we're going to take a little bit of olive oil, just put it on the top and around the dough so it doesn't dry out.
Just take a little brush. Just brush it around the sides and, like I said, the top of the dough ball so that it doesn't dry out our dough.
That looks perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover these real quick. And if you guys know me and saran wrap, we are not friends at all. Saran wrap don't like me, and I do not like saran wrap. I'm going to start with this one first. We're going to tightly seal that.
Can I do a beautiful job sealing that? Yeah, right. Alright, so that's one down. Next one.
Perfect. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and put these both in my microwave. And I'm going to let these rise for at least 3 hours. Now this will double in size, so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when we're there. Okay guys, so my dough has been sitting, rising for a little over 3 hours. It smells really good in the house. You can actually smell the dough. So here's my 2 dough. They've definitely doubled the size. It looks amazing. It smells amazing. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Look at that. Look at that, guys. It's beautiful dough right there. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to work on this one first, because I'm actually making 2 Strombolis tonight. Okay, so I'm going to flour my board. We don't want it to stick. That's good. We're just going to take our dough. I'm going to flour a little bit on the top. Beautiful. And this is how we're going to do the dough. Now it doesn't matter because we're going to be rolling it up. It's not like a pizza where you need to size it, you know, whether you want a 12, a 14, a 16 inch. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it down with my fingers. And you could either use your fingers or a rolling pin. And you're just going to basically stretch it out with your fingers. Or like I said, you could use a rolling pin. I'm just starting it like this. Flour your rolling pin so it doesn't stick. And you're just going to roll out your dough. And what I want is, I don't want round, because like I said, we're going to be rolling it. It's not a pizza, it's a Stromboli. So I want it somewhat rectangle.
This dough is very forgiving. Don't worry about holes. You can always pinch it together, put it back together. It's really flexible. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to...
Now that I got somewhat the shape. And just depending on how big you guys want it, the Stromboli will just depend on how big you make your shape and size. So that looks somewhat like a rectangle. Now we don't want it thick and we don't want it thin. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to explain to you guys, for those that don't know, I know my husband gets confused all the time, difference between a calzone and a Stromboli. The Stromboli only has the mozzarella cheese. It has other cheeses, but not the ricotta cheese. So a Stromboli has no ricotta cheese, where a calzone has ricotta cheese, and then everything else. That's really the only difference. And a Stromboli is rolled and long, where a calzone looks more like a pie. So it would be folded, the edges would be crimped. The other thing is, I don't put sauce in my Stromboli. I have my marinara sauce, which I will leave a link in the description box, as well as put a card up showing you guys how I do my simple marinara sauce. If you guys want to watch that as well, I do serve this with some marinara sauce, which I'm going to be making, but I do not put the marinara sauce in a Stromboli. So just know that. Some people do, I don't. Alright, so that's done. Okay guys, so I have all my meats and cheeses set up. So what I have here is some fresh mozzarella cheese. You guys want to make sure that you're using the dry as opposed to the wet, because we don't want extra moisture in the Stromboli. So use a drier mozzarella cheese. I have some boar's head provolone, ham, and pepperoni. Okay, and then I also have some olives, black olives. And then I have some Parmesan cheese. And that's it. So that's going to be our fillings, okay? You're going to start closest to you, because we're going to work outward. And you want to leave a little lip on the edge so that we can roll it, okay? So about a ½ inch on the side, and then about a ½ inch from the bottom. So you're going to put your fillings.
It doesn't really matter how you put the filling.
Perfect. We're going to put some mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to put more cheese. Don't panic. I'm going to put lots of cheese on here. I'm going to put some ham, if I don't rip it.
And you want to kind of just overlap it just a little bit. You don't want it exactly on top of each other, so just a little bit.
And however much you guys want to put. You can make it as fat, as skinny, as much meat as your heart desires. I'm going to put some pepperoni.
This meat smells so good.
Beautiful. I'm going to put some black olives. And I absolutely, I'm losing olives. I'm losing olives. I love black olives. You guys like black olives? Who likes black olives? This actually is my favorite filling for a Stromboli as well. Beautiful. My little Jazzy will eat whatever fell on the floor. And then I'm going to top it with some more mozzarella cheese, because you can never have too much cheese. Am I right? Never too much cheese. The more cheese, the better. And then I'm going to top it with a little bit of Parmesan to give it a little bit of saltiness to it. Perfect. Alright, and this is how we're going to roll it. So all you do is you take the lip that's closest to you and you just tuck it over the filling and just stick it down. Like that. We got some little olives and stuff popping out. So as you're rolling, kind of like squeeze it so that it sticks. And just, like I said, just roll. Probably put too much olives, but if anything rips, because of my nails, they're ripping, we'll just pinch it, and we need to vent it anyway, so it's really not going to be a problem. Alright, so we're going to tuck in our ends, but I just fold it and pinch it. The other side, fold it and pinch it. I probably made this end a little bit too thin, but that's okay. I'm going to get my pan that I've prepared. So what I have here is just a regular pan, and I've lined it with some parchment paper. So all we're going to do is move this bad boy onto the pan, like so. It's pretty. Okay. Then take a sharp knife and put some slits in it, because you have to have some vents in here. Just like that. Perfect. Alright, so this is going to go into a 400-degree oven. It's probably going to cook anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes. But like I always say, everybody's oven is different. So make sure you guys are watching your oven. You're wanting it to be a nice golden brown. It's going to start bubbling on top. That's the cheese and the moisture and stuff coming out. So I'll show you guys what this bad boy looks like when I take it out of the oven. So we'll be back, guys. So my Stromboli was in the oven for exactly 30 minutes. And look at this bad boy, guys. Look how beautiful that is. It smells so good in this house. The crust is a nice golden brown. Didn't leak out too bad, which is really nice. I guess I sealed it good enough. So at this point, this needs to sit for at least 10 minutes before we cut into it. Okay, it's way too hot. It just came out of the oven, and I don't want the juice and everything coming out and burning me. I will go ahead and cut this in about 10 minutes and show you what it looks like inside. Okay guys, so it's been about 10-15 minutes. I let this cool off, put it on a cutting board so I can go ahead and cut it and taste it for you guys. So it should be fine. You ready, guys? You see that? It's dripping. Look at that, guys. See all the cheese melting and all the meat and everything. Oh, my doggy smells it. So I am going to cut a little piece for you guys so I can tell you how it tastes. It smells so good in here. Alright, it's going to be still a little hot, but I'm going to taste it for you guys. Wow, guys. This is so good. I'm sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. This is so good, guys. I really hope you make this recipe. It's absolutely delicious. It's cooked perfectly. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the hashtag Cooking Against Cancer for all of the other amazing channel tributes that everybody's doing. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.